Hey there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you so much for joining. This is Sean Miller, Hipster Viz Ninja, coming at you from Kansas City, Missouri. Excited to be here and doing this Workout Wednesday live for week 44. Is that where we're at? 44. 44. My goodness. Hey Tim, good to see you. Good to see you on the live stream again. We are 44 weeks into the year, which means we have less than 10 left in the year. That is bananas. Wow. Time is flying. This year is flying by. It's almost 2024. How about that? Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to be dealing with today. What do you say? Let's go here. There we go. So let me move my face. Maybe down here. There we go. So we are doing UpSet plots. Also, this month is a very special month. This is Diversity Month, so we're going to be featuring authors in the community who are all around the world doing cool stuff. So yeah. And we're always taking nominations for volunteers. So if you know anybody, or if you are someone who's looking forward, who would like to submit a challenge to the community through Workout Wednesday, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to partner with you. So, but we're going to be taking a look at UpSet plots. So it's a different chart type. Or not a chart type. It's a different kind of visualization. It's actually kind of a all-encompassing dashboard, if you will. And this is what it looks like. And so if we just do a quick Google search of what is an UpSet plot, and we go here. So we go to Wikipedia. Data visualization method for showing set data with 3 or more intersecting sets. Right, so it's basic, right? So this, I think, is a good kind of representation, right? So this is where you can kind of, this is how you can kind of understand what an UpSet plot is doing. An UpSet plot is basically showing you the Venn diagram of multiple different sets, right? And whenever we say set, we're just, it's a circle, right? It's one of the circles, right? So you can see here, I think this is a really great explanation. So we have, some measure of this dimension, and there's a count of something within this dimension here. But then you can see across, right? There are, in this, no one is in the set. This one, just this one right here would be just in the A set, so this would be circled, right? You can see, and we know that because we have when just in B we have the green, right? And then just in C would be here, and then we have in A and B but not in C looks like this, right? In A and C, or in B and C. Or down at the bottom, we have in all of A, B, and C, right? So you can see kind of how this Venn diagram is showing. We're just displaying it in a different way. So I think this is a really interesting use case for this. So and then apparently, as you'll see, apparently we're gonna be able to do this in Tableau with just a single custom calculated field. So that's what we're going to be doing. Again, a couple extra challenges today. Not extra challenges. We're going to do one challenge, just this one. But something that's a little bit more interesting. I've never built something like this. Nor have I really, this is the first time I've really kind of seen this challenge or this kind of chart type. Certainly anywhere, and definitely not in Tableau before. So we're going to have some fun with this one today. We're going to see how far we get. We've got an hour, a little bit like 50 minutes, if you will. we're going to see how we do and kind of go from there, right? So, all right, here we go. All right, so let's see. Number of sheets are 5. Filter the category, okay. Whew, excuse me. It is early here. It's not early. I don't know why I'm yawning, but it's not early. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I should be wide awake by now. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's jump into Tableau. Let's connect to our Superstore data source. He said filter category to furniture. So let's go ahead and add a data source filter so that we don't have to worry about that anywhere as we kind of go through this. So we're going to bring up a data source filter and we will just filter to furniture. Okay, so there we have that. Now let's see. What do we want to build first? Well, let's build the easy stuff first. Let's build these two views here, right? So we have, and remember, we can't use any we can only use one custom calculated field. So let's think about that. So we have customer name, we have sales. Let's do some default formatting here. Currency, number, no decimal places. Okay, yep, that looks good. That's done. All right, so now from that we'll call this customer. And then we need to have, let's see, what is this? Okay, so these are our subcategories within the furniture category. So let's bring subcategory out. So we'll go to our product hierarchy, bring out subcategory, put that on rows. Let's do a Alt Option drag of customer name onto columns. Right? Is that what that is? 532. It's not sales. So yeah, it would be the number of customers. Right? It's the number of customers who purchased any one or multiple. That's what we're evaluating here. We're evaluating the number of customers who have purchased items within the furniture category across the 4 subcategories. So we'll do a count distinct, and we'll sort that. And let's just do a quick gut check. 532 on furnishings, and we get 532. So there we go. We've got that right. We are going to add our text labels, but we will take those all the way to the right. And it looks like they're bold, so we'll do Tableau bold on those. And we will take subcategory and we'll drag it onto color. I'm going to keep those. Let's find a nice color palette here. Because I have a lot of custom color palettes. So let's find something fun and cool. Let's do, ooh, that looks pretty. Let's do this. Yeah, that looks really nice. We'll do that. All right, so we're good. Let's hide our axis. Let's get rid of all of our borders and grid lines and axis rulers and all of that fun stuff, right? So let's get rid of everything. There we go. We also are not going to need our header here. Like that. But we know that we're going to sort this on nested descending by count distinct of customer name. Very good. Okay. So there we go. Now, what are we going to do here? So we need to know, let's think about this here. We're going to have to essentially count the number of people who bought any combination of any of the 4 subcategories. Okay. All right, let's build this. We'll call this subcat bars. Oh, I don't think I ever put my face back where I wanted it to, yeah. Well, I don't know, bottom right seems to be doing okay for now. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, let's get back into this here. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new sheet. I'm gonna take my customer name because that's what we're dealing with. Customer name here. I'm gonna drag subcategory out here. So you can see that Adam Schillingsberg falls into the all 4, right? He falls into the all 4. So if we were looking at this, where's our all? This one right here, right? So he's gonna fall in right here, and the reason he does that, so I can't just do like a count distinct of subcategory because that's just gonna tell us the distinct number of categories. I think what we need to do is let's think about this. What if I were to do something like what if we did something like this? What if we did here? And I think this is going to have to be our one calculated field here. Let's just do a calculation 1 is my favorite calculated field name. I don't know if you guys ever, if any of you have, a standard calculated field name that you guys tend to prefer, but I absolutely like going with calculation 1. It seems to be my kind of go-to fallback. That's of course a very tongue-in-cheek joke. So, but I'm live streaming and I have no one to laugh with me. So, I'm hoping that you're laughing along with me. Okay, so, but what if we did something like this? Like if we did fix for each customer name. And then we just need to start isolating our. So we just need to test. Let's just start with bookcases since that's the first one listed for Aaron Bergman. Let's just if subcategory equals bookcases, then 1 else 0 end. And then we'll do that. Oh, that'll need to be max. We want the maximum of that because we want the 1 to show up. That goes inside the curly bracket. If I drag this to text, you can see that this makes sense, right? Because it's going to follow it, right? Because we're using a fixed calculation. If for each customer name, if bookcases, if there's a subcategory that equals bookcases, return a 1 within each of those, within every row of the partition of customer name. So then we could just build this out for the rest, right? Like, essentially. I think I want to do... So I think what I can do is I could like, so then essentially what I would have to do, because then what I could do is I could create another calculated field for chairs, another one for tables, and another one for furnishings. But that would be more than one custom calculated field, but I can combine all of those into one by just doing something like, I like pipes. Anybody else like pipes as a delimiter? Add some space, add a plus. And then I could do this. So bookcases, chairs, furnishings, tables. So then we just do bookcases, chairs, furnishings, tables. And we don't need this anymore because that's the one. And we'll call this subcat. Like it's the subcat set. And of course it gets all flustered because it doesn't know what to do, and because I made it a text. Subcat set here, right? So now, so that makes sense, right? Because, so let's look at this. So Aaron Bergman has bookcases and chairs. Therefore, his subcat combo is BC00. And we know that Adam Schillingsberg has all four, so he's BCFT. Right? And then we have BCF. And now, if I were to remove subcategory, we can see that every single customer has their own thing. And now that the subcat set is now that the subcategory set is its own dimension, I can take subcategory here, but instead of, I can now aggregate this as a count distinct. And then we will sort ascending. And then let's just do another gut check here. So in the very last one, we have 145. And it's just F's and C's. And it's just F's and C's. Yep. How about that? Well, this is really coming together pretty nicely. Haha. Hey, Luigi. Good to see you. Thank you for laughing with me. I really appreciate that. That's funny. Okay, so look at that. So we've got it. So we've got our numbers that are tying out. That's awesome. So we have 145 for just the furnishings and chairs. And you can see down here we have furnishings and chairs, right? Set. So there you go. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so now what we could do is change this color to like this dark gray color and make the size a little bit bigger. Again, we'll add our labels. We will make it bold. Oop. Not that I'm not trying to cheat or anything. I'm just, you know, if you have multiple monitors, you never know. You never know where your dialog box is going to pop up. It's always going to pop up wherever you don't expect it. Like, always. That seems like a pretty easy, like, it seems like it would be a pretty easy fix, right? To just always have the dialog box open wherever the main window of Tableau is. Like, wherever Tableau desktop is, always have your dialog box open on the same window, on the same desktop. But, I don't know. All right, let's drop that down to the bottom. It's looking good. I'm liking where this is. This is the customer set, or this is the subcat set distro. Yep, we don't need our header. Let's do copy formatting, paste formatting. Ah, come on. It never does what you want it to, does it? Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to keep my header here for just a moment, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so we've created the 4. Now we need to create this down here. So what are we going to do there? Well, I think we can just duplicate this. And well, we need to get rid of this. And we can get rid of this. We can get rid of that. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah, that it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Because you can see we have a mark where we have a mark within the BC, within the bookcases, chairs, no furnishings, but tables set. We have marks in the proper place. So that's working, which is great. So now we're going to create a new, we're going to manipulate this. We're going to change it to circles. We're going to drag subcategory onto color, and hopefully it maintains our colors. I think it does. Yep, bold and punchy. That's good. All right. All right, for our label, we will drag label there, but we just want the first letter. So we're not creating a custom calculated field. We're creating a calculated field on the shelf. I hope that's not cheating. I don't know how else to do it. So we'll just do left 1, and we'll center. There we go. Yep. All right. We'll do entire view. All right. So we've got the dots. Now we just need... Okay. Well, we'll just do min of 0. That way we get an axis. We don't necessarily need it. It's just more of a placeholder. But we need it in order to create the line, right? And the way that we're going to do a line is we're just going to make a line graph. So right now we've got our dots, and that's good. But we'll hold down Command or Control, and drag our placeholder field to the left to duplicate it. But now we'll go to the second placeholder, and we don't need our text label on it. And instead of a circle, we're going to make it a line. All right, and we will change subcategory from color to detail. And now we'll just make this a dual axis. Synchronize. And we want to move those to the back. But so we're close. We are making a line. We're making the lines where they're close to each other. And this is where we're gonna have to kind of manipulate Tableau a bit. I think we want Tableau to draw a line. Right now, Tableau is kind of confused on how to draw the line as a mark type. But we know that we have the path shelf. So if we take subcategory from detail and we add it to path, it should draw a line between all of the subcategories. Look at that. Hot dog. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's remove our headers. We can remove our this thing here. Let's remove our formatting. Let's remove all of our borders and grid lines. Let's not show this guy. And then we can get rid of, yep, we've got that. Okay. And we know that that's working because, and we know that this is still right. Is it? We might want to think about this here. Oh yeah, this subcategory needs to be sorted descending by customer name. Because it needs to match. It needs to match what we've got here, right? We need furnishings, chairs, tables, and bookcases. Furnishings, chairs, tables, and bookcases. And this is the subcat set dots. Okay. And I think now we're ready to, we've got four sheets. He said 5. Oh, the legend, right? Right? Like, I don't know if we necessarily need it. I don't think we need it. So we'll just go with 4. But we'll have a 1200 by 800. And yep, there we go. All right, so let's think about how, before we just go throwing stuff on a dashboard, let's figure out how it's laid out, right? So it's kind of it's a 4 box. It's kind of it's a 4 box. It's not aligned, right? So I think what we'll do is we'll do a horizontal, and we'll add a blank, and then we'll add 2 verticals, one right there. This one will be our bars here. This one will be our bars here. Oh yeah, I can get rid of this guy now. So let's go here. Let's get rid of this subcategory set header. There we go. There we go. Get rid of our titles. We've still got one there. We'll add another vertical container here. We can get rid of this blank now. We'll get rid of this header. And then we'll do customer name and that. Hide. Of course. Hide. And we'll do edit height. Well, before we do that, we'll figure out how high this is. Well, let's go up. Let's bring this guy up. Whoa. 600. Let's see what 500 looks like. 500 looks good. We'll go in here. We'll bump up the size of the dots. Whoa, that's really big. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks okay. So then what we'll do is we'll make this one 500 as well. We'll make this guy entire view. And then we'll float this guy. Get rid of this. Right there, maybe. Maybe we don't need a title on that. It'll just kind of tell us what it is. Okay. Yep. We'll do fit width here. And edit the width to 250. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Let's see. What else? Do we have any? So when we, is there any interactivity? By default, the table on the right should show the sales for all customers. But when one of the bars from either the horizontal or vertical, it should show only the customers from that cohort. Okay, that's pretty simple. Let's create a, I feel like it's been so long since we've just done just a generic filter action. Okay, so we want the subcategory bars, the subcategory bars and the subcategory distro to be our source sheets. Whenever we click on either one of those, we want to filter just the customer name, right, or just the customer. And when we clear it, we will show all values, and we'll call this customer filter. And let's confirm that's working. So let's just double check. Source sheet. Whenever I click on subcategory sort bars or subcategory set distro, we want to target that filter only on the customer sheet. Yes, that's right. Okay. Click OK, click OK. Now, and you can see that we are filtering. There are only 8 customers, that's good. Let's see. Let's do, and then if we filter on this, we'll see the 196. Right. Yep. Right on. Bingo. Give this thing a title and we're done, folks. How about that? We did this in 30 minutes. How about that? That's pretty awesome. Okay. So, there you have it. Very nice. That's an UpSet plot. Man, you could go pretty high on this, right? You could go pretty interactive on this. You could remove the furniture subcategory, and you could do it across your entire product line. You could add a filter drop down for category. so that you could select any one of those. So you've got a lot of different options there. The only thing that you would have to do, let me think about this, the subcategory set, right? You would have to, whatever your lowest level, right? Whatever your lowest level of stuff is, whatever your lowest level dimension is, you would have to add, you would have to add to this in order to get all of the different combinations. And then you'd have to do some if nulls for if you were to filter out certain categories, which would filter out certain subcategories. So, but yeah, you could get it to work. You could get it to work for just about anything. So that was really cool. So nice challenge. Easier than I thought it would be. But I had a feeling it was going to be easy because we could do it in just one calculated field. So that kind of gave it away for me that we shouldn't be overthinking this, right? Those are always the best kind of challenges, right? Those are always the best kind of dashboards. So yeah, thank you, Rolly. Apologies if I mispronounced that, Raleigh. Really appreciate you tuning in. As always, thank you so much. We'll do this again next week. As always, I am Hipster Viz Ninja. We are data people. Go forth and viz.